Welcome back to the 5 in Focus, June 7th, 2026. No spin, just the hard-hitting facts you need in 5 stories. This week, we are exposing the latest election breakdown in California, an incoming energy crisis the White House is desperately trying to cover up, an aggressive prosecution seeking justice in Texas, and the toxic woke sabotage of the WNBA's biggest rising star. Plus, a painful reminder of why the radical left had to pull Joe Biden from the campaign trail. Let's get right into it. The left's election chaos in California. First up, the Golden State is giving us another textbook lesson in election mismanagement. Days after Tuesday's primary polls closed, vote counting for the California governor's race and the Los Angeles mayoral race have ground to a dead standstill. In a bizarre mathematical anomaly, election data shows that the number of counted votes has actually dropped by 2% over the last 24 hours. In the race to replace Gavin Newsom, conservative small business champion Steve Hilton holds a commanding lead over establishment Democrat Xavier Becerra. President Donald Trump has already rightfully declared Hilton the winner, blasting California's Democrat leaders for big cheating via a late, predictable flood of mail-in ballots. Trump also dropped a major bombshell. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles is now investigating the counting delay. The approaching gas price shock. Fill up your tanks now because everyday Americans are paying an increasing price for global instability. Oil industry executives have privately issued a stark warning to the administration. America's backup oil reserves are scraping bottom due to ongoing trade blockades in the Strait of Hormuz. Thanks to international conflicts, average pump prices have risen by 42% to $4.26 a gallon. Top executives at ExxonMobil warned that once these final reserves dry up by mid to late June, crude oil could reach an unprecedented $160 a barrel. The administration is publicly denying the crisis, but industry insiders say your July 4th gas bill will be hard to swallow. Justice over politics in Texas murder trial. Moving to Texas, opening statements began yesterday in the high-profile murder trial of Carmelo Anthony. Anthony is accused of the brutal April 2025 stabbing murder of 17-year-old high school star athlete Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet. While liberal media outlets are attempting to stoke racial divisions over jury selection, prosecutors successfully vetted a panel focused strictly on the facts. The state dismissed prospective black jurors after one openly admitted during questioning that he would have a hard time putting a brother in jail. The judge soundly overruled defense objections, ensuring the trial proceeds on evidence, not identity politics. The defense is claiming self-defense, even though the victim was completely unarmed. The woke sabotage of Caitlin Clark. In sports, Blaze TV's Jason Whitlock is blowing the whistle on what he calls a covert, ideologically driven scheme to intentionally destroy WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark. Clark has single-handedly saved the league, driving record-breaking ticket sales and historic interest. Yet Whitlock argues she is facing severe jealousy and resentment from hate-driven activists inside her own sport. Whitlock exposed a 6-woman cabal within the Indiana Fever organization, including the team president and head coach Stephanie White. He argues management is intentionally tanking Clark's career by cooking up losing defensive schemes and unfavorable matchups designed to humiliate her, leading to visible mental and physical exhaustion for the young phenom. The awkward reality of the Biden legacy. Finally, former President Joe Biden made a rare and deeply uncomfortable appearance in the spotlight this week, reminding the nation of the chaotic end to his administration. During a publicity event for Jill Biden's new memoir, the former president shuffled out of his seat to interrupt the stage without a microphone, creating a cringeworthy exchange with his wife and host Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, Joe has a question. Like you couldn't ask it later?
Who do you love most in the whole world?
Whoopi.
The agonizing interaction dragged on until a staffer handed Biden a mic, which he used to plug his own book. This marks one of the few times the public has seen Biden since his stage 4 prostate cancer diagnosis was revealed. It comes right on the heels of Jill Biden admitting she was terrified during the infamous June 2024 debate, stating she thought her husband was actively having a stroke right on national television. Jill Biden should be ashamed of herself for exposing her husband to yet another situation that would result in public embarrassment. This has been the 5 in Focus. 5 stories, 1 reality. The mainstream media wants to spin the narrative, but we give you the raw truth. If you want to keep the real facts in focus, make sure to hit that follow button. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you next time.